Same old stuff for Nebraska. Hello, everybody. I'm Sam McKewon with the Omaha World-Herald, Omaha.com, and HuskerExtra.com. Nebraska's week 0 was week 0. Illinois beats Nebraska 30-22 here in Champaign, and the same old crap that used to hurt Nebraska last year, turnovers, penalties, special teams errors, happen all again. The same old stuff. Nebraska loses by 8 because they missed 2 extra points. They commit a safety when Cam Taylor-Britt kneels on the goal line receiving a punt. They have a costly 30-yard penalty situation that negates an interception and turns into an Illinois touchdown, and then Adrian Martinez coughs up a fumble that's returned for an Illinois touchdown. You take those things away, and maybe Nebraska wins this game. Maybe they win this game. As it was, they fell down 30-9 before Martinez has a 75-yard run for a touchdown. That cuts it to 14. And then they got a late 19-play, 91-yard drive for another touchdown to cut it to 8 because Colt missed the extra point. The reality is Nebraska could not run the ball today. They couldn't run it with their running backs. Martinez had the 75-yard run, and that was about the only good run of the day. By the end of the game, Martinez is in a Pac-12 system, running around, putting his body at risk, just trying to make plays with receivers who are relatively new, having to try to get open. It was not pretty. Nebraska's defense, they were okay. They kind of wilted in the heat a few times. They missed a little bit in their pass defense. They were okay against the run. They weren't the problem today. The problem was the special teams was, again, awful, and the offense could not break an egg in the run game. They just couldn't get downhill against Illinois' front seven. And when they weren't able to do that, they had to resort to, gimmicky run plays and throwing the football. Martinez standing in the pocket, the pocket collapsing around him. He was sacked again and again late in the game. He's going to be banged up after this game because Martinez had to kind of put a lot of it on his shoulders. He overthrew some guys early. That hurt him. He had the fumble. That hurt him. Those are mistakes that a guy who's a fourth-year junior can't make. But he did. And Nebraska made them in the special teams, too. The most costly one was Cam Taylor-Britt's mistake down here. He was replaced at punt returner by Oliver Martin, who had a pretty darn good game, probably the best game of any Husker out there. Omar Manning played a little bit today. He didn't do too bad. Xavier Betts was kind of a no-show. And we only saw really 3 running backs, Gabe Ervin, Marquise Stepp, and Ramir Johnson late. We didn't see any of Sevion Morrison. Why? Guess we'll find out when we talk to Scott Frost. But this is a really disappointing season opener. Nebraska had this game. They could have won it. They were ahead early. They make that huge mistake. They're up 9-2. The roughing the passer penalty, which was questionable, turns everything around. The momentum switched. And just like Scott Frost's teams in the first 3 years, they wilted in this heat. They made mistakes, and as a result, they lost the game. The Huskers are 0-1. They're 0-1 in the Big Ten, too, and now they play Fordham. They should beat Fordham, but hell, they should have won today, and they didn't. Nebraska loses 30-22 to Illinois, and you're going to hear a whole bunch of criticism of Frost after this game. The team didn't look all that prepared. They didn't look that well coached. They made the same mistakes, and he is going to feel the heat, more than likely. And he probably should. At this point, Nebraska needs to clean up its act and do it quickly if they're going to have the kind of season they want. All right, 30-22, Illinois. I guess it was an upset. Didn't really look like one. For the Omaha World-Herald, Omaha.com, and HuskerExtra.com, I'm Sam McKewon.